Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, the audience discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Travelers on the Omnibus, a field trip through nerd and pop culture. Doing a little bit of shout out for D-Generation X, since we just had that little thing happen.
D-Geriatric X,
yeah,
sir.
that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Also, the piano is still burning.
yeah, we checked. It's still going.
To this day.
My name is Brady Davis.
Halloween! I'm Jody Kite.
That was way too cheery for Halloween.
That was...
Halloween's supposed to be cheery.
Wait a minute. Say Halloween again.
Halloween!
There you go. Much
go.
better.
Yeah,
Much better. It was very good. I'm James McCarthy. I forgot that.
Okay.
I'm Ethan Skinner.
Cool. I don't like that Jody and Ethan got sound effects and nobody else.
Would you
did.
like one? Would you like
want
one?
You're gonna give me a shitty sound effect, so whatever.
Pick the color button.
I don't remember what any of them do.
Pick the button.
It's what is that, taupe? I don't know what that color is.
What you mean, yellow?
I don't know.
You want yellow? Okay.
Sure.
All right. So
Let's see what this one is.
So
Say your
okay.
name.
So here we go. Yeah, so my name
is Brady Davis. Thank you. Thank you. There
you go.
You're too kind.
Yes.
You're too kind.
There you go.
Cool. I'm glad I didn't pick one of the ones that just didn't stop.
I'm glad you didn't pick the red one because that's Whiskey and Wrestling's intro, and that one's not
great.
stoppable either.
Yeah,
That'd have
that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, changing things up. I'm going to start this thing off. I have the power, so it's gone to my head, and I am going to
It's in your
flex my power.
head. In your head. Zombie. Okay, there you go.
People are going to be really mad because I heard that there was a lot of like, what's the thing where like the it's too loud for the speaker and it kind of starts breaking. Reverb, I think. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I'll lower the volume in post.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Just cut the stuff. It's fine.
I'm not cutting. I'm just going to lower it.
Well, all right. So.
The fuck was that, man?
That was a passive aggressive glance about cutting.
Oh,
yeah.
Because did I cut something last week that he didn't want to have cut?
Possibly.
I would have preferred it to not be cut.
Am I going to have to cut another thing again this week?
Maybe.
Possibly.
All right.
Well, if I get a chance, I will definitely lob that grenade.
Okay. I left your dig in at the very end.
I would have preferred all of my digs go in, but sure. God, I fucking hate my job. So, I watched a couple of things this week. One of the things is possibly one of the best Marvel things that Disney has ever put out. Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night is a comic from back when Marvel did like horror comics and stuff like that. And I think it kind of started to bleed into, it's not one that I'm super familiar with, but I think it started to bleed into like the superhero stuff as well. But it's this very like callback to an old school like 50s, 60s type. It's all in black and white.
Ooh.
It's only about 50 minutes. The only thing is I wish it was a little bit longer.
A little bit more.
Because they do leave me wanting more. It's basically this guy who's over this like monster hunting society, and he dies, and he has this artifact called the Bloodstone, and in fact the family's last name is Bloodstone, and so they're trying to figure out who's going to like take the Bloodstone and be the leader now. So he brings all the best hunters to hunt this creature, and whoever kills the creature gets the Bloodstone. And also his daughter Elsa Bloodstone is there, and she kind of wasn't very good, but they're letting her be there. And it follows the main guy. His name is Jack. In the comics, it's the Werewolf by Night is actually, his name is Jack Russell. And it follows him, played by, was it Gael Garcia Bernal, who was in a movie when he was younger called Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Mm-hmm. That is Gael Garcia Bernal. Yeah.
He's really, really good in this, and he's great in that movie. Watch that movie. Don't watch it with kids. But it's really good. It's the right amount of kind of schlocky. It pushes the like it's TD-14, but if it was in color, it would possibly push into TVMA because there's
of blood.
There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of brutality. Like when shit hits the fan, shit really hits the fan.
Cool.
And there's a really cool kind of I wouldn't say cameo, but like if you know like your lesser known stuff in Marvel, there's some interesting stuff in there. But it's really, really good, and I hope they continue to do more with this because it was, like I said, possibly the best thing that that Marvel has put out in quite some time.
Not the same schlock, but I mean, Midnight Suns. I don't know if you ever read any of that, but that was where they had like, was it like Johnny Blaze?
Wasn't that? I thought that was Blade, Morbius,
Ghost
Johnny
Rider.
Blaze, Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
I think they're bringing that.
Swamp
back
Thing.
in like
I think was in that too.
Swamp Thing or Man Thing?
Man Thing.
Man Thing. Swamp Thing
Swamp Thing
is
is DC.
Yeah,
It's like Man Thing is also in Werewolf by Night.
I was trying not to because I was trying not to spoil that, but cool. Yeah, it's good. Check it out.
This is why we have the pre-briefing and things so we don't accidentally spoil stuff. Like how
It's
like how David Martinez
Censored.
I think that maybe like 5 people who know who the fuck Man Thing is. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. But when I saw the poster, I was like, "Oh, that's Man Thing."
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they're hunting basically, and it's pretty cool. I also watched the new Hulu Hellraiser. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Jamie Clayton's the new Pinhead. She does really good. Like all the stuff with the Cenobites is good. It's silly and dumb, but it's still pretty good. Like I think it's enjoyable.
visually, it's hard to not make them silly. Like the first movie knocked it.
Well,
out
it's
of the
not
park.
even like visually they like things look silly. It's like all of the character motivations and all of like the character actions are kind of dumb.
I would say the first two are pretty
But-
serious.
But
The second one, I think, starts edging more. Like second is the setup that leads to the fall off the ledge. That is
speaking of that, I had never watched any of the Hellraiser movies.
Gotcha.
So I went back. The first 2 are on Amazon Prime. I didn't watch any further than I wasn't going to really.
You don't need to watch.
I was maybe going to watch 3, but like past that, I had no interest in watching them. So I went back and watched those 2, and they're fine. I don't think that they're near as like I can see back in the day, and maybe if I would have, I think a lot of what happens with these movies is people watch them when they're really too young to watch them, so it really shocks them.
Well, one other thing is also, I'm not trying to sidestep.
No, it's okay.
So like the first one came out like 87.
Yeah.
With everything else that came out during that time period, it stood out with all the other horror that was coming out.
I can see that because back then it was like
It was either Jason, Freddy, or slashers for the most part.
I can see that, but like it didn't really like for me. It wasn't like as like oh my god, this is oh man.
Yeah, it's more of a cool. It's just cool kind of thing.
I guess maybe after you've watched shit like Martyrs, like it's not as like I didn't feel that unease. And the first one, and I realized that it's because they didn't have a lot of budget. It's much smaller than I thought it would be. All the stuff with the Cenobites is interesting. And I wish there would have been a little bit more of them. I know you don't want to show them too much because then that kind of ruins them. But I think
2 and 3. Yeah,
I think that they I think 2. I kind of liked 2 a little bit better than 1 because you did see them a little bit. I think you saw them closer to the right amount to me.
2, you get the hellscape and everything.
But there's so much in the movies that I don't like. I don't understand anybody's motivations.
Right.
I don't like. There's ambiguity to the point to where it's frustrating because I don't understand really anything that's going on. And they're not. The first one. Like Clive Barker comes up with some really good ideas, but I don't think because this is like his first movie. Like he's not a good director at this point. They were fine. I'm okay with having watched them, but they didn't like really do it for me, and I really don't. And maybe if I would have watched them earlier in my life,
I will say
I would have enjoyed
Martyrs
them.
takes the edge off of that. Like it just does.
After watching,
Well, and that's like an extreme example, of course, but like
it is an extreme example. But once you've seen Martyrs. It's like
once you've watched anything that's French extremity, like it's not gonna
like
high tension.
Yeah, high tension. Like
high tension's another one. Yeah, but
I mean, if I would have gone my whole life and missed all these 80s horror movies and like just started watching horror in the 90s on out, I mean, I would probably feel the same way about a lot of the 80s films that the same reason.
Yeah, but it was they were fine. I'm okay with I think I kind of like the newer one better.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit more going on with the plots. and the plots make sense, except that the characters do stupid stuff and they're very frustrating. But
well, that's just horror movie logic.
I like in this new one how it's not like you're trying to get the puzzle box into different configurations, and you're trying to move through the configurations, and that's what the whole thing with that is. But again, like Jamie Clayton's like really good as the new Pinhead. They just call it the priest, but you know, everybody calls it
we know what it is.
She's really great. The designs of those characters are interesting.
Explorers on the further reaches of experience. Angels to some, demons to others. That's like one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Anytime Pinhead is on the screen in both of those early movies, like you're like, oh man,
that's why Hellraiser became the Pinhead show.
Yeah,
it just did
the presence of that character.
Yeah, and I think like later ones they just started using them as slashers, which doesn't work.
Well, they also just like ran the gambit because there was one year with the direct DVD stuff they were doing where they came out like 6 and 7 came out within 6 months of each other.
Yeah, there's been like 10 of them.
They ran out of ideas a long time ago.
Hellraiser in space.
Yes,
that was 4.
Yeah, I recently listened to a podcast where they talked about that one. And it's not just in space; it's also in the like 1700s.
Well, that's the most interesting.
The 90s.
The 1700s part's the most interesting part because that's
the Hellraiser Bloodline, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, the 1700s part was the most interesting thing. There's only like
Bloodline,
5 or 10 minutes
of
that.
One.
The third one,
maybe. The fourth one's the space 1700s one. Where the spaceship, spoilers, turns into a giant puzzle box.
Yeah.
At one point. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And for the one person yelling, it's the lament configuration. We know what it's called. We're just calling it puzzle box because that's less syllables. You like that one, Ethan?
That was good. I liked it. Ethan got more kick out of it.
I got you.
Yeah.
While you're laughing,
I like that one.
Tell us what you've been doing.
What I've been doing. Okay. I've been enjoying a lot of time with some coworkers outside of work. Last week I said went gun shooting with one of my coworkers.
Shooting guns.
Gun shooting.
Well, you were shooting targets, I guess.
Yes. No, we were shooting other
guns.
Yeah. Let me take a bow and arrow. I'm going to shoot this AR-15.
I'm going to shoot this gun with this other gun.
Because people need to know this. Hellraiser Bloodline is the Hellraiser in space.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What's the third one called?
Hell on Earth.
Hell on Earth. I was getting them mixed up.
And Hellraiser 2 is Hellbound.
I saw because like on Amazon Prime you could get like a Cinemax free trial, and I just didn't want to go through all that because I was going to forget to cancel it. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, Ethan. Go ahead.
No. Last night, the same coworker around like 8 o'clock at night. I'm doing dishes and whatnot. I get a text from him. He's like, "Hey, you got any plans tonight?" I'm like, "No, I'm usually off." And he's like,
"You want to rob a bank?
You want to go night fishing?" I'm like, "Sure, I got no plans."
Okay, cool.
Really good time.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You're slowly becoming the outdoorsman.
Hey,
no, that's true. You've done shooting. You've done fishing.
Yeah. I actually liked fishing for a good part of my life. I just haven't been doing it since I moved out of my father's. So it's just nice to get back to doing things I enjoy. Things like that.
I appreciate fishing. I just don't like it's the actual being out there and just throwing out a line and just being by yourself and thinking in the quiet is cool. I just all the shit that you have to do to get to that point of like buying bait and buying it and getting a rod and then putting the hook on there and all that. Yeah. Like it's too much for me.
There was one point. It was me, him, and another group came up by us, and they like yelled out, "Hey, there's a water moccasin in the water!" And my friend, he was like, he got like this deranged look in his eyes. Is like, really? He grabbed his casting net, waited for the snake to get close to the dock, threw it on the snake, and actually caught it in the net, in the cast net.
Okay.
And he was really tempted to keep it as a pet.
No.
Sure, have at it. Like that'll be like you won't have to worry about hanging out with that friend anymore after that. But you know.
It was just the progression of I'm fishing, everything's all nice, and one person yells out, "There's a snake!" I look over to him, and it kind of looked like it was like red in his eyes, like my time has come.
Yeah, the water moccasin. That's a great snake.
There's certain snakes you just don't.
Of the outdoor activities, fishing probably is my favorite. Like I like dock fishing. Just take out a line, just throw it off the dock, see what you get.
More of a hiker in the woods kind of
hiking.
Well, I remember when I was like super little, like 4 and 5, I would like my grandpa would take us out to like some random pond that somebody owned, and we'd go sit there and fish.
Just don't like the bugs, man.
Of the two,
the bugs are annoying.
Yeah, of the two, I prefer of hunting and fishing. I more prefer fishing, not because I'd be okay shooting an animal as long as we're eating the food from it, but it's the
zen.
The one time I went hunting, it was like 4:00 in the morning, and I smelled like deer piss.
Yeah,
and I don't want to smell like Xander. I just don't want to smell like him. And that was the part about it. Is like I'm literally like, it's like, and it's not even real deer piss. It's fake deer piss. Somebody in a lab decided, you know what?
Well, some of it is, some of it ain't.
So instead of instead of draining these deer of their piss, let's just get a little bit, and then we'll synthesize the rest. Like, that's weird. It's fucking weird. I don't like that.
Let's take this odor and then just crank it up to 1,000.
Fishes is much better.
Yeah. It got to the point where we were like, hey, Jay's not doing anything. He's off tonight.
Yeah.
Let's text him and see if he wants to go fishing.
Yeah.
And then I texted him like, hey, what are you doing tonight? He's like, I got D&D.
Yes, but no, I got Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just dovetail that into what I've been doing. So
Transition.
The person who we needed for the episode wasn't there, so we totally didn't play Spelljammer, and so that was wonderful and frustrating. So instead, we broke out a bunch of board games. We broke out 3 board games. First thing we broke out was Archipelago. It is a heavy Euro game. You got auction, you've got area control, you've got hex based world building. You got a whole bunch of things in there. It just all kind of works together. The theme of it is colonialism. So if you have an issue with that, you're not going to like this game.
Yeah, it leans into that.
It leans into it very heavily. I won't go into specifics, except there's an evolution phase where you can gather cards to basically, as time goes on, these are the things that have happened here, like commercial fishing, where you fish more efficiently. Wood cutting. Exporting, where you can adjust what's on the market, and slavery.
Yeah.
Slavery is a viable card.
Yeah.
They treat it in my opinion, as respectfully as the year 2012 treated that kind of subject. So I'll leave it at that as far as what people want to think positively or negatively about it. I enjoy the mechanics of the game. It is my favorite heavy Euro, but I am not blind to the fact that the theme will be off-putting for people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and as somebody who very well understands like the harm that colonialism has done in the world, like I think it's possible to play it, and because every time we played it, we've understood like everything about it.
I don't think they were looking to glorify. If anything, they were trying to present it as neutrally as they possibly could.
Yeah, sometimes some of the themes like that do kind of. They don't glorify it, but they just kind of take a little bit too neutral of a look. I know that like Puerto Rico is being that theme is being updated a little bit for more of a newer time, a more recent time,
right?
Than
just a more recent sensibility. Yeah, I think that's a healthy thing.
Yeah,
same.
So the next game we played after that is Othello, aka Reversi. I got a portable Othello board because I played it last week. In fact, Jody and I played it last week.
Yeah, we played it on the main machine.
On the main machine here at McNarb's. Which
I had never played Othello before.
Yeah. It's a very simple game to teach out. I wish I had a third person there so I could like set up from the table, because I typically don't like to play competitive games when I'm teaching them as well, because I'm either going to not make the right choices so that you can make the right choices, and then you're not playing against an actual opponent. You're just playing against someone who's showing you the ropes.
The game is way simpler than I thought it was going to be.
It's super simple.
Yeah.
It's a super simple game. It's like one of my favorite abstracts for that reason alone. And so I got a little portable board. It's magnetic, so you can play it in the car. It's very nice size. It's very cool. Made my friends Derek and John play that. They were having a good time with that. That was good. And then we went in from that to third game of the night, which was Cosmic Encounter, which is Bill Ellerby, Jack Kittredge, Stephen Olatka. I know his last name's Olatka, but yeah. But the group that brought you 2 of the most forward-thinking board games in his, like, these games came out in the 70s. Cosmic Encounter came out late 70s. Dune came out in the late 70s. And they iterated on game design in ways that it took 20 or 30 years before the actual game sphere actually picked up on it and went with it. So Cosmic Encounter, you play a race that is encountering aliens from other races, which are the other players on the table, and your object is to get to 5 foreign space colonies on other planets. And so what you're doing is you're going around, I'm having an encounter with this color. All right, I'm going to send some ships. They're going to send some ships. And then, hey, I need you to ally with me. Wait, I want you to ally with me. And allies pick out, and it's good. And then the people right before that, it goes, you know what? I don't want to fight. I just want to negotiate. Oh, I want to negotiate too. And you flip it over. Oh, it's negotiate cards. So then you can negotiate over what you actually want to get out of it, like 1-for-1 on colonies. Do you want some cards? Do you want some stuff that you can really do? Yeah, we can do that. Or, you can, I want to negotiate. And you play a negotiate, and they play an attack card. And they just beat you because
you had a negotiation.
You had the velvet glove, and they hit you with the mailed fist. It's very bad. You get some cards for it, but yeah, it's kind of brutal.
I do enjoy Cosmic Encounter.
Yeah, I like that everybody has a power that breaks the game.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's the way you balance it. That game, it's like because the powers can get like in our game, John had the most broken power, which is the power of the dictator, which. Anytime anybody was going to have an encounter, he got to look at the encounter deck, shuffle it up, and pick the encounter that he wanted you to have.
Oh, okay.
That's the power of the dictator.
Oh.
So like
that's pretty good.
He can elect to never be attacked, or he can specifically elect to be attacked. It's because that way. Oh, it's like let's negotiate. Oh, I have 4 colonies. You have 4 colonies. We agree. Now we have 5 colonies apiece. We win the game. That's how it was supposed to happen, but then John messed it up, and we had to attack the other guys together, and it was kind of it reminded me of that time when Brady won Twilight Imperium at JMOS, when it's like, he needs that blue planet over there that has nothing on it. That's good. Why is he attacking the one with 50 fucking things on it? Because he wanted to do it with style. That's why.
Well, I did it because I get tunnel vision sometimes.
Yeah, he didn't notice. He did notice that sometimes. Yeah, tunnel vision's a danger in all board gaming, but that's what I did. I got to engage in 3 very good board games this week. So
that's
very
pretty fun.
Very fun. Very
Cool,
fun.
pretty cool. Jody, what you been up to?
I watched The Monsters, so you don't have to.
Thank God, because I wasn't going to. Period.
Yeah.
So
Jay showed me the trailer. I did not want to watch it
well,
afterwards.
to be fair, the movie is better than it was presented in the trailer.
also, to be fair, that's one of the worst trailers that was ever created.
It's probably
in all of
one
trailers.
of the worst
That's not a hard
trailers.
statement to make.
It is probably one of the worst
The
trailers.
bar was buried in the ground, and they, I guess, accidentally stepped over it.
They
You like that one, Ethan? I'm getting you.
they being Rob Zombie, sort of like in different parts of the movie, touched on the heart of the Monsters TV show. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of things I couldn't get past. Actually, the guy who played Herman Munster did a really good job.
I've heard that he's like the best thing.
He's
on
the
there.
best thing about it. The guy who played the grandpa did a really great job.
Mm-hmm.
There were some different dialogue choices that were cringeworthy, mainly to do with Nosferatu and Lily Munster on a blind date. Also, I cannot remember the name of the character actor's name, but he was in 3 from Hell. He's one of the guys that they added to that movie. I can't remember his name, but
Jeff Daniel Phillips plays Herman, and Daniel Ruba.
Jeff Daniel Phillips, who did he assassinate? Hell, man.
who played the doctor?
That guy is just one of Rob
Dr.
Zombie's friends.
Wolfgang Richard Brake.
Of course, his name's Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Most of the people in this movie are just Rob
Yeah.
Zombie's friends.
Yeah, that's very true. Sheree Moon was really bad. Like, it's the worst performance I've ever seen her in. What, Ethan?
That's another low bar because
Richard Brake, he was also in Mandy.
Yes. Yes.
I thought that name was
played,
familiar.
He played the guy who had the tiger in Mandy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
he was the chemist.
He was the chemist.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
I knew that name was familiar when I saw it.
He's good. He's just not good in anything Rob Zombie does. But
Jesus, man.
He basically played like Dr. Frankenstein. He's the one who built Herman.
Okay.
But yeah, I will say the movie has it's cringe for like 70%, but there are good parts to it. Like, one of the best things about the movie is like the last 15 minutes when Herman,
you know it's almost over.
Right. Well, that too. Well, spoiler. There's Lily has a Wolfman brother in this.
Sure.
And he's a shyster, and he basically like gets Herman to sell the house for a really bad investment thing or whatever, and whatever.
Cool.
And so they have to move to California, and that's where 1313
okay.
Mockingbird Lane. They move into the neighborhood. I thought the movie was over at that point. I'm like, they got married. They moved to California, and they move into the neighborhood, and it's Halloween, and there's a Halloween party, and they're like, oh man, this is great. And then the next day, Herman goes to work, and everybody's like suburban 1959 and flips the shit. That's probably the most entertaining part in the entire movie, is like that whole flip there. But I would not recommend it if you enjoyed the TV show or even like camp. It's not even good camp. It's bad camp.
I appreciate that Rob Zombie, of all people, made a just on its face monsters movie. Because when everybody heard that he was making this, they were like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this is going to be.
Right.
He's going to it's going to be state your mama's monsters,
See, I'm more
But
along
then
the
he
lines
was-
of Rob Zombie's doing the monsters, so like Herman Munster is gonna like rip people in half.
I mean, yeah,
right?
it's gonna be
Just,
it's gonna be based.
like
Stuff,
drink,
it's gonna
drink
be
blood and eat.
It's gonna be a
organ
Rob
meat.
Zombie music video, but the monsters are
If it
going
would
to
have
be
been,
in it.
if it would have been like 15 years ago, it would have been like Super Beasto or some shit.
Well, I appreciate that. Apparently, this was a passion project of his. It's just I have no faith in Rob Zombie to make give me a Rob Zombie album, and we'll see.
yeah.
But give me a Rob Zombie movie, and I don't have any faith in it whatsoever.
He did a couple of things I liked, and that was about it.
I watched 2 movies of his and have not watched another one and have not
Can't blame
regretted
you.
it in the least.
I genuinely enjoyed The Devil's Rejects.
Devil's
I mean, that's
Rejects is
fine.
my favorite one. I think it's his best one. I didn't like House of a Thousand Corpses mainly because, like, okay, in Devil's Rejects, you can see some of the influence. In House of a Thousand Corpses, he's blatantly ripping off like 3 or 4 movies. And
Devil's
putting-
Reject just made me want to watch From Dusk Till Dawn.
No, I get you on that.
And but I mean, if you like it, God bless.
Yeah.
So
But,
the IFC used to have a show called Dinner. I think it was Dinner for Five. It was
Dinner
hosted
for
by
Five, John Favreau.
And the episode was Rob Zombie, Faison Love, Bruce Campbell, and Roger Corman.
Roger Corman.
Being hosted by
Okay. John Favreau.
John Favreau.
Yeah.
And
That's one of the best Dinner for Five episodes.
I wouldn't mind watching that episode.
Like the amount of respect at that table for everybody at that table, was
Especially
really,
for
really
Roger
cool.
Corman, dude. They were all asking him questions.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
one time Favreau asks Faison Love, "Have you seen Rob's?" Oh no. See, like House of Thousand Corpses, like okay, zombies, whatever, but like Devil's Reject, we know clowns exist, and it's just like there you go.
So after watching The Monsters, I had to have a cleanse.
Yes.
And Netflix has been rotating their movies in and out. So I watched A Clockwork Orange.
Ooh.
So
That's a hard tonal shift.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
From like goofy laughing to it was me, that is Alex, and my 3 droogs, which is Pete, Georgie, and Dim. And we sat in the Korova Milk Bar trying to make up our Zudoks, what to do for the evening. I'm not going to keep going on the narration, but
Good stuff.
yeah. Clockwork Orange, pretty good.
What
me
was
some
not
Clockwork
good, what
Orange.
was not good was A Clockwork Orgy.
Oh, no.
Which was made in 1993, where the only thing you could joke about Bill Clinton at that point was that he didn't inhale his marijuana when he did it.
There are 4.
And instead of saying Razadox, that's right, it's alt casting for Alex. I said her Razadix.
Ah, okay.
Razadix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 4 Clockwork Orange parodies for some reason in the porn. So another thing I've done this week is I've been wanting to play Stray, the cat
Stray
game.
cat
the
game.
cat video game, and it's $30, which is understandable. And I looked at the the upgrade for my PlayStation Plus account, and it was $35 to upgrade it for the year for the extra, and I went ahead and did that. And so I'm playing simultaneously. I'm playing Stray, Dead Cells, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
I really enjoy Stray. I played it for about 2.5 hours, something like that. I'm really enjoying that game. Really cool, like Zen kind of, you know, except for when you're running. And but then again, I haven't gotten too far into it. I think I like the way they handle their puzzles in that game. I think it's very, very cool. You don't see that kind of puzzle situation in most video games nowadays. Played Dead Cells before. I really loved that game. Super fun. And I haven't played much Guardians, but yeah, that's
Guardians I want to play. I just haven't gotten
told
a chance
it's a lot better than people initially thought it was.
a lot better than the previous Marvel video game, which was shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it was cash grab.
That Avengers game was literally like, how much DLC can we sell?
Funny story. Side note, let me tell you something really quick. Conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
First time I've ever seen this happen. So, Overwatch 2 came out.
Yes.
We could just stop there and
Oh,
be fine.
Yeah.
Oh no. Overwatch 2 came out. Now, here's the thing about PlayStation. I've said this before, but I don't remember if I've said it on the show. When it comes to their quote-unquote free games, you have to select add it to your library.
Yeah.
If you don't select it to add to your library, and after it's not free anymore, if that's a thing, then you don't have the opportunity to download it later.
Yeah.
Never in the history of PSN have I ever seen this before. So I'm checking my shit, going through my shit. Overwatch 2 has been added to my library by PlayStation.
It's free to play on all things.
It is,
Yeah.
but so is about like 1,000 other games that are on the platform. They've never automatically added anything to my library before.
I've had Steam automatically add shit to mine, like
Yes.
on occasion, and it's just weird.
That's Steam.
That's like when
This is
you two
PlayStation.
added that
They've
album to
never-
everybody's iPod.
Right.
Ethan, iPods. So before we like decided that we were just going to pay companies per month just to have access to all the songs, we had to like buy the songs individually.
Really?
Or steal them allegedly.
What a shocker.
And put them on a thing called an MP3 player.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so an MP3
I stole
player
songs.
is
fuck
like
it.
a phone
Napster
that
was my
only
friend.
played songs. So, yeah, think of that. And try to imagine that if you can.
Gee.
Yeah.
I'm now.
You're going to be an asshole. I'll lean into it. We'll get granular with this shit. We'll spend the next 2 hours at meet with me explaining to you what all this shit is.
Yeah, that's me.
And so Ethan, then that's why we're in the current situation that we are in now. So there you go.
There you go.
Give you a little bit of something to play with there.
All right, there you go.
So, Jay, do we have any feedback?
We have passenger feedback, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Just real quick, thank you to everybody listening tonight, our wonderful passengers. If you have friends that would like to listen to what we're doing here, please let them know, as we are available on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and Google Play. But
Yeah,
yes,
thank you for that, Jay. I couldn't remember if we did that part and then feedback or feedback and then that part.
I think we just kind of at this point just bounce. Just
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever the flow,
Whatever
allows
the
us,
feels
we're good
are.
to go
Whatever,
with.
whatever's good for you, man.
Whatever's good with you. So yes, friend of the show, Austin Vaindolan, aka Vein Damage, wrote me. This is on our chalkboard of the top 5 wrestlers of all time. I'm a diehard Stone Cold fan, but Mick Foley really takes it. Great episode, dudes. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
there you go.
okay.
Well, thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your opinion.
I fought hard. Look, listen, I'm a huge Attitude fan. I love that era of wrestling. It put wrestling pretty much back in the eye of the populist culture. But I was also fighting at the same time to not have all 5 of those be Attitude wrestlers.
Yeah, we would have
How
shown.
wrong would it have been? I'm actually asking this rhetorically. How wrong would it have been if all 5 of them had been from the Attitude Era?
I don't think it's. I
One,
don't,
we would have shown our age, and 2, the Attitude Era was a big part of wrestling, but it was also a short.
It was
time.
like 3 years. It was like 3 to 4 years, and it's
so much happened in there. It felt like it was longer, but when you actually look at it, it wasn't that long.
I mean, there's little pockets of wrestling history where, like, during a 5-year period, like, all these guys were out at around, because at the same time you had Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and Macho Man were all wrestling in the early days. A lot of people don't know Macho Man was wrestling in the late 70s. So You had all
for
those
his
guys.
dad's outlaw promotion that was not
yeah.
in the NWA.
Yeah, you had a lot of a lot of wrestlers come up all at one time. So it's happened before, but I mean, God, there's 5,000.
Wait, Macho Man knew Ice Cube?
Probably. Snapping to it.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from the gang called. Nope.
Yeah, I was about to say.
From a gang called Nope.
I have no.
When you said
permission to say
NWA, that was the first thing, and then I was like, well, no, I
That's
can't.
the first thing
can't
that
do
comes-
that.
That's the first thing that
that's
comes
a
out of
no-no.
everybody's
There was
brain.
a female rap group that came out about a couple years after NWA, and they were called BWA, and I'll let you guess what the B stood for.
We can say that one though. I think.
I don't know.
Bitch.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
can say bitch.
They had a song. They had a song on there
Bitch
called.
is gender neutral anyway.
They had a song on there called 2 Minute Brother. I'll let you figure that one out.
That goes with the Missy Elliott song 1 Minute Man.
It's about not being able to perform for a long time sexually.
Yeah, and then I like how Jay-Z had a thing in there about how he didn't care if he was a Minute Man or not.
Hell yeah.
Then
Jay-Z never
somebody
gave a
else
fuck
had
about
another
He's just counting
verse
stacks
in
at this
there
point.
that was less common. I can't remember
Was
who
it
else.
common?
No, it's
Okay.
definitely
You
wasn't
beat
common.
me to it.
There you go. But ladies and gentlemen, that was passenger feedback for this week. If you would like to leave passenger feedback, please leave it at travelersontheomnibus@gmail.com. Again, that is travelers, 1L, on the omnibus @gmail.com. Also, the Instagram is up and popping at Travelers on the Omnibus on Instagram. We have a couple pictures up there now. We have the actual picture of the chalkboard from the chalkboard incident known as the top 5 wrestlers of all time. We also showed off some of those awesome tarot cards that Jody got off of Kickstarter. We left the name of the name of the gentleman who has the Kickstarter because he periodically does those. That was his second printing of those. He's done some really good other Paul Bearer comic
has.
stuff, like some sci-fi stuff.
Okay.
And so it's I'm very interested to see what he's doing next. If they do a third printing of that, I might want to pick those up.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
Also, message us directly on Spotify.
And take part in our episode polls and questions. It's very very good if you do.
Yep. Engagement.
Yes.
And that brings us to our main topic of the day, which is the 3rd annual Trivialistganza. We're workshopping it.
The last time you said was the 3rd annual Trivialistganza.
I was incredibly sleep deprived when I said that. Sure, whatever. It's fine. Cool. So, we're going to start this off. Ethan, quick! What's your favorite color?
Blue.
No, that's not. That's
incorrect.
That's negative.
Incorrect.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
incorrect.
picking. That's not the actual thing. So, we've got a few categories.
All right.
We're going to start out with movies and shit.
Movies and shit. All right.
I love
So,
it.
in this one, I will
I'm
give...
James McCarthy from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Go Yellow Jackets.
Cool. That's... no.
500 points, baby. Yeah.
So, in this one, I will give you a line from a movie, and you need to tell me what the movie is. It will start off at 5 points. If you can't get it, then I will give you some more information about that, and as I give you more information, the points will go down a point for every piece of information. It will the types of information that I will give you are the genre of the movie, the director of the movie, the year the movie came out, and then finally the name of the actor who said the line.
There you go.
I will give these lines in flat with no, what's the word, affection? I don't know. You think I would know that. But flatly said, there's no like inflection or anything. Stop looking at my...
Basically, you're not going to try to do any type of performative like the actor or actress would have done.
No, if you get it, maybe I'll do it. So the first one, let's start off with this one. Movies don't create psychos. Movies just make psychos more creative. Anybody. Movies.
Natural Born Killers.
That is wrong. Are
you giving him negative
No.
points? Okay, your pen was moving.
No, I was remembering to get
frightened.
the pen because if somebody does get this right, I do need to write this down.
Right. Scream.
That is right.
No.
Jay gets
Yeah,
5
yeah.
points.
Okay.
Actually write that as a 5 so I know. There we go.
I got a 5 spot. There we go.
Yes, that is the 1996 Wes Craven horror movie Scream, said by Skeet Ulrich. Spoilers, it's the boyfriend, he's the killer.
Along with his friend.
Along with his friend who played Shaggy in
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
Highly underrated actor.
Yes. So, next one. What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yes.
That's correct.
What we've got here is a failure to communicate.
To communicate.
Now, some men you just can't reach. So you get what we had last week, which is how he wants it. So he gets it. Now, I don't like that any more than you do.
Best bikini car wash scene in Hollywood movies. Hollywood movies.
Yes. So, the next one. I drink your milkshake.
Oh,
You got it?
my brain shut off.
3, 2, 1.
Pulp Fiction?
No.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes, that is the 2007 Paul Thomas Anderson drama, said by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Like,
Drainage!
You woke Ethan up.
You're awake now. You may want to take those headphones off.
I
the
drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
For those of you who can't see what's going on right now, Ethan is almost a quivering mess inside the chair. To our passengers, we both say thank you, you're welcome, and we apologize.
Might need to put something in the show notes about the volume.
I ain't doing. No one was prepared for that. No one's getting warned. They're gonna have to fucking deal with it.
Water is shooting out of my eyes.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
oh, Jesus.
So,
Okay, I'm back.
the next one. No, not the bees. Not the bees.
The Wicker Man.
Yes. The Wicker Man.
He beat me on the buzzer.
I can't think of the movie.
The next one. Killing me won't bring back your damn bees.
The Wicker Man?
Yes.
There you go. Double up Wicker Man. There he goes. Very good. It's very good.
And now the last one in this segment. What's in the bag? A shark or something? All right, nobody's got it. For 4 points. It's a 2006 movie. What's in the bag? A shark or something?
Deep Blue Sea?
No. We'll go down.
I will also guess Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Okay.
Deep Blue Sea?
No.
Oh,
We tried, guys.
This is a horror movie. Now it's 3 points.
Deep Blue Sea.
It's still not Deep Blue Sea. It didn't change. I didn't change anything. Okay, nobody got it? Nobody got it?
Deep Blue Sea.
No. 2006 horror movie directed by Neil LaBute. It's not Deep Blue Sea, goddammit. For 1 point.
I was actually going to do a legit guess.
Okay.
Sharknado?
No.
Okay. Deep Blue Sea.
We're just about to the point where we beat it to death and then we're pushing past that, I guess. So, for 1 point, 2006 horror movie directed by Neil LaBute. And the actor that said this is Nick Cage. Nobody? 3, 2, 1. That's also from Wicker Man.
Oh shit! Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Did he
do 3 from Wicker Man? Yes, he would.
That's the reason why I didn't guess. Because Neil LaBute directed the. Did they do a second movie together? And was it Deep Blue Sea?
What's in the bag? A shark or something?
That's something Nick Cage would say. In the movie.
Those are all
Nick Cage line. Yeah, no,
yes. Those are all lines from the masterpiece. Yeah, Wicker Man. So that leads us in that concludes our first segment. Jay kind of running away with that one, but everybody has a chance to catch up, and that leads us to a word from our sponsors. Jody, what you got?
Fear, horror. It's not something you'd probably, hear on Fearology, a podcast that I sort of do with help from JL Kite. Currently, the last episode is the musical farce, Act 1 of the musical farce, 7 Friendly Sins. So if you'd like to hear some synth pop with some not so happy lyrics, then check it out. Sometimes I do horror reviews. Fearology.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I know that was a beautiful segment. You can sit down now. Thank you. That leads us to our second segment, music and shit. In this one, I'm going to give you a list of movies, and you tell me what the song is that was in all of these movies or TV shows. I think there's some TV shows in here too. So I give you the list of movies. You don't have to wait for me to finish with the complete list, but it doesn't necessarily preclude you from if you hear the rest of the list. So I will also give an extra. This is going to be, let's make this 5 points too. Okay. And I'll give you an extra point if you can also tell me the name of the band or singer or whatever.
So 5, possibly 6 points on this.
Yes.
I kind of dig this. All right.
Yes. Make the math a little bit harder for me. Cool. So the first one. The movies are Live Free or Die Hard, Suicide Squad, War Dogs, Forrest Gump.
Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yes, sir.
Damn it.
That is in almost every movie that has anything about Vietnam in it. Yeah. So, Jay gets that one. The next one, we have Justice League, Lord of War, Watchmen, Shrek, Justice League, Lord of War, starring our man Nick Cage, Watchmen.
All-Star by Smash Mouth?
No. Shrek has more than one song in it.
Hallelujah.
Yep, that's 5 points. Who sings Hallelujah?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that's Leonard Cohen.
There's also a Jeff Buckley version of that song that's also exceptional.
But in that,
Also,
but
Rufus Wainwright as well.
What was that?
Well, Rufus Wainwright also did that song.
Oh, actually, no, it is Rufus Wainwright. Yeah, at the very least in the Shrek version, it's Rufus Wainwright.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I got that. It's not a fucking question on the
It was
trivia.
the person who got it. They had
Yeah,
a
no,
chance.
give that man his points. He
yeah.
earned that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I gave him the 5
I
points.
didn't
They just
know
didn't
who
get
sung
I
it.
didn't know the singer.
I'm not accused. No, you did good, Ethan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. Virtuosity, A Night at the Roxbury, Madagascar, Ready Player One, Saturday Night Fever. Virtuosity.
September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No. It might have been in one of those. That's not one that I did. Virtuosity, A Night at the Roxbury, Madagascar, Ready Player One, Saturday Night Fever.
Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Yes.
I almost thought More Than a Woman, which was throwing me off there. More than a
Okay.
More than a woman to me.
The next one. Flight. The Fan. Layer Cake. Goodfellas. Casino. The Departed. Flight. Starring Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
The Fan. Don't know who's in that. Layer Cake. Daniel Craig. Goodfellas. Casino. The Departed.
I'm disqualifying myself from this question because the fan sounds like a familiar, but I'm disqualifying myself from this question.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, this is give you a hint. This is a song that's in most Martin Scorsese movies.
Yeah, most of those were Martin Scorsese
Yes.
films. Yeah.
Nobody got it?
Okay. The Fan was De Niro and Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
Which that's an awesome combo. Okay.
Oh yeah. So that is Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. It's in every goddamn movie. He really likes the Rolling Stones, and he especially likes that song. But it's a good song, and it works in most of those movies. Okay, the next one. I'm gonna bury the lead on this one. Dr. Dolittle 2, Wild America, Borat, and the Lars von Trier masterpiece, Nymphomaniac, and Easy Rider.
Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf.
Yes. I was going on a limb that somebody might know it from the movie Nymphomaniac. I think I'm probably the only one in this room
No,
that's
I've
watched
seen
this.
Nymphomaniac. They could be playing anything in the background.
That is fair.
Because everything in that movie is just like we talked about French extremism. Lars von Trier just should be called von Trier extremism.
Yes, he is super weird. I've also watched the director's cuts of those, which had like
Yeah. Have you seen
half-hour piece.
Melancholia?
Melancholia is phenomenal.
I really love that movie.
If you watch one Lars von Trier movie, watch Melancholia. It is really good. So, the next one. Mystery Men. Rat Race. Shrek.
All Star by Smash Mouth.
Yes.
It came back.
Yeah, it did.
All right. We'll do one more on this one. Friday. Dazed and Confused. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Gone in 60 Seconds. A Knight's Tale. Friday.
We Will Rock You.
No.
Okay.
Friday. Dazed and Confused. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Gone in 60 Seconds. A Knight's Tale.
Stairway to Heaven?
No. You got a guess? Nothing.
Say Deep Blue Sea. Say Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea is not a is
No,
it's
no,
a
no.
movie.
He's expecting that. The Wicker Man.
Touche. Touche.
Give that man a bonus point.
I will give you that.
Give him a bonus point. And if you win by 1 point, I ain't even going to be mad.
yeah, that's good.
I don't care. I've got 0 points.
That song that's in all of those movies is Lowrider by War.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought Gone in 60 Seconds might be the obvious one on that one.
They also did Why Can't We Be Friends, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not real familiar with War.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
they
basically know that song.
They did.
So, and we're going to do... Okay, yeah. So, that leads us into our next segment.
Oh, man. There we go.
Yeah, right? Because we're doing... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, we got this. You got this.
Cool. That's not 3 cools. That doesn't count on bingo.
It counts for 1 bingo and the start of another one if you manage to get that cell twice.
I don't agree with that. So this next one is TV shows and shit. In this one, I'm going to list the episodes of a TV show, and you tell me the TV show. And with this one, as I list these off, you can go in at any time. Because some of these I did list quite a few of these. So, the first one, I Dream of Jeannie Cusimano, Toodle Fucking Ooh, University, Pie Oh My, Long Term Parking, The Fleshy Part of the Thigh, Pine Barrens, and Made in America.
The Sopranos.
Yes.
Never saw that.
When you said Pine Barrens, Jersey, The Sopranos. Okay, yeah, just triggers.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to leave that one close to the end.
Yeah.
Made in America is actually the season finale of that one.
Yeah.
University is my favorite of those.
I still love that ending.
I like it.
I know that may be a contentious point for people, but I like
I know. Yeah, a lot of people are annoyed. I didn't watch it like when it came out, but I think it's a good ending. So, next one. Cats in the Bag, Gray Matter, 737, Fly, Half Measures, Box Cutter, Face Off.
24?
No. Dead Freight, Ozymandias, Felina.
Breaking Bad.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
I'm mad that I didn't get that one off of Face Off. Because, because I had it in my brain. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's go. Okay. Next one. On Leather Wings, Heart of Ice, Nothing to Fear, Almost Got 'Em, The Demon's Quest, Trial, A Bullet for Bullock, and Beware the Gray Ghost.
Batman the Animated Series.
Yep.
I was like, does he talk about Man-Bat? And it's like, yeah, he was, but I still couldn't put it together.
On Leather Wings was the first.
These are very good.
Yes. Okay. The National Anthem, 15 Million Merits, White Bear, Nosedive, Shut Up and Dance, Metalhead, USS Callister, San Junipero. The National Anthem, 15 Million Merits, White Bear, Nosedive, San Junipero, Shut Up and Dance, Metalhead, Crocodile, USS Callister. As a hint, this is a sci-fi show. Not on the channel Sci-Fi, a science fiction show.
The Expanse?
No.
Quantum Leap.
No. Yeah.
I couldn't.
Deep Blue Sea. The Wicker Man.
That is the show Black Mirror.
Oh.
Black Mirror.
I've only seen one episode of that.
Yeah.
Ethan probably seen 0 episodes of Black Mirror.
Probably not.
It's on Netflix.
Watch Black Mirror. It's very good.
Yeah, like you have. I know you have access.
Yes,
to it.
I know you know. I know.
There you go.
White Christmas is my favorite of those episodes.
Was White Bear the one with Anthony Mackie?
No, that was from the newer season. I didn't put any of the. White Bear is the one where the woman's being chased and everybody's like filming her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then 15 Million Merits. That's the one with Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay.
The national anthem is where a dude fucks a pig.
Yeah, I am aware of that episode. I am aware of that.
It's hard.
Why is that the only episode you're aware of?
Hey,
Your answer should be The Wicker Man.
hey. Let's do this one. So, Diversity Day, Performance Review, Casino Night, Grief Counseling, The Convict, Fun Run, Dinner Party, Blood Drive.
Community?
No. It is a comedy show.
Parks and Rec?
No.
Can you say them one more time for me?
Diversity Day, Performance Review, Casino Night.
Oh, The Office.
There you go.
Good one.
I had some that were very obvious, and I tried to leave those off. Let's do this one. The Monster, The Bathtub, The Spy, The Gate, The Sauna Test.
Stranger Things.
Seinfeld.
No.
Okay.
It's Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things. Yeah.
We rang at the same time. We're like, who you?
I think you hit your buzzer like one split second before I hit mine.
Yeah. Yeah, out of the corner of my eye, I saw him move first. Let's do one more of these.
Okay.
Let's do this. This is a comedy show. Space Pilot 3000. A Fish Full of Dollars. A Bicyclops built for two. The Problem with Poppers. Paradise Lost. Time Keeps on Slipping.
Red Dwarf?
No. Godfellas. The Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings. And Jurassic Bark.
Futurama.
There you go. All right.
Again, Biclops, I should have known it.
Yeah.
I should have known it.
It's by Cyclops, but
Cyclops,
I
right.
am a little dyslexic, so I always read it as Biclops.
There you go.
So that finishes up our second segment. I mean, our third segment. Third annual. That leads us to a word from our sponsor. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Jay, take us away.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want news and views on the best in movies and television, stop by our favorite cinephiles, Blake Shelton and Carrie Underwood, as they continue The Voice, apparently, because they're both singers, right? They're right?
Sure.
They're good. There we go. But
Only one's married to Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. And it's strangely no longer Blake Shelton. There we go. But no. Kevin Sheldon, Jared Hubbard, again, our favorite cinephiles at Silence Your Cell Phones. Recently, they completed, I think it was called Streamin' September, where they talked about all the best in streaming entertainment from them to you via way of the YouTube and also through their podcast that is available on Spotify and Anchor and all major podcasting sites. Again, that is Silence Your Cell Phones. If you've got some thoughts about TVs and movies, they've got some too. Do they match up? Do they not? It's one of the best discussions I see every week as far as podcasting goes, and I greatly appreciate them. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Also, Kevin, just call yourself Blake Shelton, man. Also, both of y'all watch Edge Runners again.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I need to rewatch that. Thank you for that.
They're playing in a Cyberpunk game because of Edge Runners.
Oh, nice.
Cool. That one counts.
There you go.
So, this next segment, whatever, is called Superheroes Fucking and Shit.
Was that the first time you said that out loud?
I think so.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
He threw it at a dartboard here and landed on that.
No. I'm trying to keep up a brand here.
Just real quick, real talk. If you ever come up with an idea, say it out loud.
Nah. Say it only in your head and then say it out.
And then try to say it out loud. Yeah.
Write it
Or
down.
that.
Write it down 2 weeks in advance. Only read it
You
the
have
day
two
of.
and only
thing.
two choices.
So, fuck you. I wrote this shit like 3 weeks ago. We all know that the superheroes, they're out there getting some strange. So, here's what I'm going to do. I have 3 tiers for each superhero of people that they have dated and or probably fucked. The first tier is going to be if you can name them on this tier, you're going to get 5 points, and then we go down to 3 points, and then the really obvious people are 1 point. And with that one, at the very least, let me finish reading them and then look up so I can actually see, because I think that they're going to be really obvious on that, because a lot of superheroes have the very obvious people that they've been banging. But so the first one, tier number 1. This is 5 points if you get it with just these few women.
Tier 1 should be called Tinder hookups.
Yes. These are the lesser known. So, Bobby Morse, Charlie Cooper, Leanne Tang, and Jean DeWolf. Bobby Morse, Charlie Cooper, Leanne Tang, Jean DeWolf. These are all women. The superhero is male. I'll go ahead and give you that. So, anybody get it off of that for 5 points? Everybody want to pass? Nobody? Jay, you good?
I'm
cool.
okay, brother.
All right. The second tier for this is worth 3 points. Think of all the previous ones that I said. I'm not going to list them again. Betty Brant, Silver Sable, Felicia Hardy.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
When did Peter Parker hook up with Bobby Morse?
I think more recently.
Wow, I was okay.
After they dissolved his marriage with Mary Jane Watson.
You mean after the devil dissolved his marriage?
No, after Joe Quesada, editor-in-chief of Marvel.
That's the more. That is, I will concede that is the more accurate statement in that regard.
Oh, fuck you for one day more or whatever.
Gwen Stacy is not better than Mary Jane. You fucker. Okay, okay. There you go. I'm done there. I'm done.
I like Gwen Stacy a lot, mostly from Spider-Man Blue. Made me really like her.
Jeff Loeb is a good writer. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, the 1 points in that one were Mary Jane Watson and Gwen Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, the next one. This is a male. I'll go on and tell you it's a DC, so it narrows it down a little bit. So for 5 points, Vesper Fairchild, Sasha Bordeaux.
Bruce Wayne Batman.
There you go. Wow. 5 points. All right. And then the third would have been 3 points would have been Vicky Vale and Silver St. Cloud. Mm-hmm. One would have been Selena Kyle and Talia al Ghul. Mm-hmm. So, the next one. The 5 points. This is a male superhero. He's Marvel. For 5 points. Rumiko Fujikawa.
Wolverine.
No.
Okay.
Kathy Dave, Madame Mask, and Maria Hill. Everybody got this one? Okay.
Am I zoned out or can I come back in?
You can come back in this next one.
All right.
So, 3 points. The 3-point tier is Janet Van Dyne, Jennifer Walters, and Emma Frost.
Hank Pym.
No.
Cyclops?
No. Nobody?
Colossus?
No. So, number 1, 1 points. Not one, number 1. The 1 point tier. Pepper Potts, Natasha Romanoff.
Tony Stark, Iron Man.
There you go. He was actually the one who made me think of this because Iron Man's a hoe. Yeah. So, and I knew like Jennifer Walters is also kind of a hoe in Marvel, so that didn't really narrow it down. But I thought that might trip y'all up. So, this next one is a female superhero. 5 points. Mala, Nemesis, Kaisa. 5 points. This one's a little bit harder.
Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk.
No.
Okay.
Anybody else have a guess? Female superhero. Number 3, Trevor Barnes, Zala L. Trevor Barnes, Zala L.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Oh. What? Steve Trevor.
And Superman.
Superman. Yeah.
Yep. That would have been the number 1. And the last one in this section, Lorelei. This is the male superhero. Lorelei, Blood Axe, Shauna Lind. Tried to make this 5 a little bit more obscure. Lorelei, Blood Axe, Shauna Lind.
Did you say which which Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Captain America, Steve Rogers.
No. Anybody else got a guess?
Hawkeye?
No. That probably would have been a good one to look at. So, the 3-point Enchantress, Brunhilde.
Thor.
Yes. And number 1 would have been Lady Sif and Jane Foster. Thor gets around as well. So, thus ends this segment. And we will speed right ahead into the next segment. This is called Similarly but Legally Distinct from Categories.
And shit.
And shit.
And shit.
So, in this one, I've given you all cards, index cards, and you all have pencils because I'm not expecting you to write this in blood. So, the way this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen, I've already explained this to everybody, but I'll explain this to the audience. I'm going to give everybody a topic. Then you're going to list up to, you don't have to list exactly 5, but up to 5 or as many as you can think of, up to 5 from that category. Then we will go through, and as people list off their you get a point apiece, but If you have a duplicate that anybody else has, that gets crossed off of both of your lists or everybody's list who has that, and you get no points from that. So you need to think a little bit out of the box of this. So we'll jump around with some of these, but the first one will be members of Batman's Rogues Gallery. Members of Batman's Rogues Gallery. So list up to 5 of those. Try and think a little bit out of the box. Ethan, Rogues Gallery means the bad guys of the I'm picking with you. You just had a confused look on your face. He understands what Rogues Galleries means.
He's still getting over the there will be blood thing you did to him earlier.
Yeah, he is. His brain is still a little scrambled from that. Yeah, Batman's Rogues Gallery. There's a lot. This is, most people think that Batman, he has the best Rogues Gallery. I think he's up there. But yeah. But there are a lot of ones that everybody else is probably going to think about. But then you also have to think of, well, if everybody's thinking of those and nobody's going and nobody puts those in, maybe I can slide this in. So there's a little bit of strategy and gambling that you have to do in this section. So we'll let it go for a little bit longer.
Tell me to play a sound effect when it's done.
Yeah.
At me.
Okay. Everybody, we got some of our people writing, and we'll go. Okay, everybody's done. So we'll start to that is my left.
Yes.
Jody, list out yours, and if anybody has that, call it out, and we'll cross it out. And if the other person who didn't call it out also has that on their list, cross that out. So,
The Mad Hatter.
Okay, you're good on that one.
Clock King.
Ooh,
That's a good one. It's not on my list.
that's a good one.
Pulled this one from the animated Clayface.
Fuck.
Clayface.
Yeah.
I do not have that one.
Okay, you got to mark off Clayface.
Egghead.
Ooh,
It's a good one.
that's a good one.
From the
That's a
66.
good one.
Good job.
And
That's
I
a price.
brain farted on the last one, just wrote Joker. Anybody write Joker?
I did not write that.
No.
Like, you see,
Yeah.
Played off.
that's the thing with categories.
It's
Everybody goes out of field, and then the regular
common
field comes in.
ones.
So I believe 4 for you.
I got 4.
4 points. 4
I'm
points
on
for
the
Jody.
board,
everybody. 4 points for
I believe-
Jody.
I believe in you, Jody.
Jay, let's hear your list.
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man. That's a good one.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Nah.
Yeah, okay.
We're basically
You were
checking
like,
his-
You got
see,
it.
when you
No,
go,
I'm-
I was like,
I'm
oh
think-
no, he's
I'm
got
thinking
it.
of what I could have put.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Black Mask.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hush.
Ah, yeah, really.
Dr. Hugo Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh,
this last one was on the borderline. It may not count. Joe Chill, the man who killed his parents. I'll go ahead and strike through it.
yeah, because it's not really a rogues game. Like, it's not a guy that he faced as I would not count that because it's not a guy he faced as Batman.
He has, but it's
Depending
literally
on the timeline as well.
right now right now, from what I understand, he has, because he does realize Joe Chill killed his parents.
Yeah.
But no, that was the one that was just kind of like out of field. I didn't know if
Okay,
you would
so
take
that
it.
is
That's
4
for me.
4 for you. All right, Ethan.
I have the Penguin,
Okay.
Harley Quinn,
Oh, okay.
Ra's al Ghul,
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul, yes.
I should
And-
count points off for that for not pronouncing. It's
And
Christopher Nolan. It's Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul. Fuck you, Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan. Isn't that his brother's name who wrote the thing?
I
Fuck
tend
both
to-
of you in your English and not English asses.
and I don't know if you would count this Red Hood.
That one's like, I don't know.
Because it's borderline.
I know, I get where your struggle is with this one. So I did.
There, I'm going to count that because there was enough, like, with both times that there was a Red Hood, there was a little bit of time where he was actually in that. So I will count that. So what you
So
got?
I have 4.
4 points. All right.
Because I think Clayface was the only point-to-point strike through. I think.
Yeah.
we had on that
Yeah.
one.
All right. Everybody did a pretty good job with that. We're going to go to name me And to be honest, I'll be honest. Some of you, the people who are doing this might also have to help me with this to see if these are actually from this, but the original Pokemon, the original whatever 100 and whatever Pokemon that's in those first 2 Pokemon. So you got to do those, but you also have to think of some that are less common. I picked this one for you, Ethan. So you better do good. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Everybody's thinking, Pokemon, I'm gonna get you all.
Are you stroking?
Believe it or not, I have had a little bit more sleep than I had last time, but not too much more. So, yeah, Pokemon. It's that the pocket monsters. This was not something that I was super interested in when it came out, but a lot of people like it's part of their childhood. So we got one person done. I got a couple more working on it, trying to figure it out. Ethan is done. I would have expected you to be first, Ethan, but you know.
Well, he probably has all 858 memorized.
Cool. All right, Ethan, you start off.
All right. I have Mankey.
God damn it!
Fuck, really?
I don't have it. I don't have it.
That would have been great.
I don't have it.
Okay. Polybath.
Son of a bitch! No, I don't have that one either.
Okay. Licky Tongue.
What the fuck?
It's correctly lick-a-tongue. It's not licky tongue. Licky tongue is snow from the Snow song. Licky boom boom down.
Oh God! I'm gonna take away like 20 points from this snow.
You hold on, then take -10 from him for like planting the seed. God damn it.
Amistar.
I'm a star. Okay. All right.
And Dratini.
Dratini. All right.
Aha.
I believe that's 5, right?
That
Yep,
is
and
5.
all of those are within the 150 in the canto.
Okay. Cool. Jay,
Okay.
what you got?
Clefable,
Okay.
Rapidash.
Okay.
In honor of our friend Jared Hubbard, Starmie. That's
Okay.
his favorite Pokemon. Vileplume.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to name one of the 3 legendary birds, so I went with Moltres.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All that checks
Yeah,
out.
you got 5. Jody,
So,
what you got?
I know 5 Pokemon.
Wait, we're about to find out if you actually know 5 Pokemon.
Well, I mean, out of the 800,000 Pokemon. There was the 5th one was a stretch I was going to make up one if I couldn't remember.
You probably would have actually named one.
Pikachu.
Ooh, it's bold.
Jigglypuff.
Okay.
We're getting rid of all the ones from Smash Brothers, it seems.
Mewtwo.
Yep,
Okay.
Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Charizard.
Okay.
Smash
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Squirtle.
Wow.
Smash Brothers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jody,
Yeah.
playing the game that, hey, nobody's going to actually put these down.
These are the only 5 that I knew.
Yeah, the only crossovers I was worried about was the man to my left. I'm just going to say that right now.
So, let's do this one. I'm going to be a pretentious hipster and
Hell yeah.
give me winners of the best picture for the Oscars. Winners of the best picture for the Oscars.
Shit.
You had your category.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So yeah, the Oscars, the Academy Awards. They're bullshit, but we care about them anyway.
Do we, though?
I pay attention to them. I don't watch them because who has that kind of fucking time? Mostly just a bitch about what they did. They have made some good choices every once in a while, but sometimes you get really shitty choices. There's a pretty good range with this, depending on how well you know your movies. This is one where I might shoot myself in the foot because you could name something that didn't actually win the best picture, and then we have to stop and look it up. This is going to be some great.
I'll get the
podcasting.
editing ready.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I'm going to try and have faith with my knowledge of movies. You might could get us bit by if you know it well enough to just chronologically the last 5 Best Picture winners.
Not good enough for that.
You have a lot of faith in me, apparently.
Everybody,
Sure, yeah.
everybody good. Ethan just gives up.
I attempted.
Okay, we're ready.
Jay, let's go with you.
Okay. The only one whose name I'm not sure I got right is How Green Is My Valley, which is the movie that beat out Citizen Kane for the best picture in what was the greatest travesty of all time.
Yeah. How Green Was My Valley? Yes, that is. I believe that is right. It's close enough.
Okay. Rocky.
Rocky? Yes. Okay.
Parasite.
That one. That was definitely it. That was one of the times they got it right.
Yeah. Gandhi.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've got it written down as Lodorotki, otherwise known as The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Okay. Anybody got that? Nobody? All right. So Jay gets 5 points.
All right.
And I know that all of those won. Jody.
I'm not sure if all these won or not, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, we'll make Jay do some editing possibly.
Chariots of Fire.
Yes, that's good.
Awesome. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Sorry, that was not a Best Picture winner, unfortunately. Only one for Best Visual Effects, oddly enough. Wasn't even nominated.
That's not oddly enough though, because those stand up to this day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that it was only
him running around in the centrifuge room, like still to this day, is like one of my favorite shots.
The shot of them grabbing the pin where it was just they taped pin to glass,
right,
and just had her take it off to where it didn't actually pull. Like some amazing special effects. So next one.
Cleopatra.
I'm sorry, that one did not win.
That's fair. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes, that one is correct. Nobody else got that?
No.
All right.
Awesome. Saving Private Ryan.
That one
did not win.
did not win.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I
that
think,
was
Shakespeare in Love won that year.
Yeah, that was the Shakespeare in Love's a fine movie, but that one was a travesty.
What hurt Saving Private Ryan, honestly, that year is you also had The Thin Red Line was in that one, and I think you had 2 more movies, and that thing that kind of
that'll do it.
Yeah, the way they do voting in the Oscars is really weird. So that gives you, what was that, Jody? That you,
2.
I think I got 2.
2 points.
I think it was
2 points. Cool. Ethan.
I want to premise this real fast.
Okay.
That's a bold statement.
I could not care less about the Oscars.
Honestly, nowadays, no, I can appreciate that sentiment. Like when I was growing up, it was like
it was a big deal.
That was a super big deal. Now you have this disconnect between, in my opinion, modern Hollywood, modern movie audiences, the Academy, and critics. You have this, and they all want different things, and it all just it's kind of pulled all apart.
So, I know I only wrote 3 movies, but I know they won an award. I don't know which award.
Okay.
I could not care less on what award they won.
Okay. Well, your points depend on it, so.
Okay. Forrest Gump.
Yes.
1994. Oh, that
Yes.
did. Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it won several awards that year.
Yes.
That was it won over Shawshank and Pulp Fiction.
Really?
And Quiz Show and 4 Weddings and a Funeral. One of those movies does not belong in that list.
Yeah.
And I will leave it to everyone listening. It's 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Quiz Show's amazing.
Second one is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
No. Best animated.
That one,
yes.
Best Animated, did not win Best Picture. That was the year they did right.
Okay.
About that, at least. I can't remember what one. I think that might have been the year Green Book won. No. I think that was the year Parasite won. I can't remember. Fuck it. Who cares?
And then the third one, Batman: The Dark Knight.
That did not win.
No.
Okay.
It
In fact,
was.
I believe it wasn't even nominated, and it's one of the reasons why they started why they started adding movies.
Yeah, the next year, that's when they went to like 9 movies.
I think it was a full 10 actually. Like
9 or
yeah,
10.
Yeah, because you have 9 runners up and 1 winner
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah. Because people got upset about that. But that year, Heath Ledger did win for supporting actor.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, those were my 3. I got 1.
So
I'm happy I even got anything.
Ethan got 1. Let's do a couple more. So this will be one for Jody. Give me movie monsters. I will count if they are a monstrous slasher as well. If there is something vaguely supernatural or monstrous about them, but they're kind of sort of a human, I will count that. So give me 5 movie monsters. It is the spooky season, so I've tried to do some things in here that are a little bit spooky. That's why 3 of the answers for my movie one were Wicker Man series. Because what's scarier than...
No, hold on. The reason why the Wicker Man was in there is because you're a big stand for Nicolas Cage. Stop deflecting.
No, the real question, the real thing is, when I was looking up lines from movies, there were so many funny ones in Wicker Man that I was just like, I could do this twice, but let me put this third one in there and they'll believe there's no way he put 3 Wicker Man lines in there.
I'm tempted to put something, but I don't know if you would count it. Fuck, I'm gonna do it.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how I feel. This is a lot of power, and I must use it wisely. With this one, I tried to pick something that was, broad enough that there could be a lot of things. I didn't want to pick something that would be like a very small subset, and then it would be very hard for anybody to get any points from it.
All right.
A little bit of inside baseball there. This is the brain power that has to go into this. There's a lot of work. Sweet.
Even if we weren't, I'm having a ball.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Having a ball.
At least one of y'all is enjoying it. So
I'm loving it as much as I'm losing.
there we go. All right. Let's see. Ethan.
I'm gonna start with the risky one.
Okay.
The Martians from the movie Mars Attacks.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool.
Ack.
Yep.
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay. Good.
The Blob.
Ah, motherfucker.
No.
Blob cross.
Blob is crossed off.
Okay. Man Thing.
Man Thing. Oh, yeah,
He went.
see what you did there.
And the Invisible Man.
Okay. Yes,
He is a
there's-
monster.
Here
There's
we go gathering nuts in May. Nuts in May.
okay.
All right, that's it.
I believe that's
I'm going to
4.
kill you,
That was
Kent.
4, yes.
All right,
Aha.
Ethan with 4 points. Jody, let's see what you got.
The graboids from Tremors.
Ah,
Also
that's a
known
good
as
one.
the giant worms, which were actually the puppets from the Lynch Dune movie.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
The green
Tremors.
slime.
Oh, okay.
The monster from the movie The Host.
Okay.
Oh, the giant tadpole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everything in Food of the Gods.
I'll take your word for that one.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
I'm the closest one who would have written
Yeah.
that down.
Yeah.
Animals get a hold of this stuff, and every animal in the movie is a monster.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I would also say if you'd wrote the stuff from the stuff, that would have.
I should have wrote the
I
stuff
would have
instead of the blob.
counted that. I would have counted that. So I believe that's a full 4.
Is that
'Cause
four?
you-
Four.
'cause you-
That's 4 because
Okay.
of the blob.
There you go. All right. The blob ate all the other ones. There you go.
The Blob ate the Blob.
I could have put 1988. The Blob, 1988.
Totally different blob. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I have the Bagul.
Okay.
Yep. Samara from The Ring. Otherwise, I would guess Sadako would also have been acceptable.
Sadako, yeah.
I almost did twice. I did Samara and then Sadako. The Critters from Critters.
Oh, yeah.
Xenomorph from Alien. That was the one that was like maybe something. And then I wrote this one just to pop Jody. Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Rick Mahal.
All right. There
If you've
you go.
never seen Drop Dead Fred, it's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Quick question: would you have accepted the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis, who is also Wicket in The Return of the Jedi.
I wouldn't have accepted Leprechaun from Leprechaun. I would have accepted Leprechaun from Leprechaun into Hood.
Or Leprechaun into Hood 2.
Yeah.
They did a direct sequel.
They did.
That's the only.
Real talk, Tales from the Hood is a way better horror movie than it has any right to be.
I think
However, Tales from the Hood 2.
Notice I stopped at one.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Let's see. We'll do one. This one's going to be for you, Jay.
Okay, this is from me.
This is items or weapons from the Legend of Zelda games. Items or weapons from the Legend of Zelda games. I will pretty much count anything that goes into your little inventory, and then you can put to one of your buttons in the old ones and whatever the fuck you're doing in the newer ones. I don't know. So, yeah, I did items and weapons because I didn't want to argue about like, oh, this is an item, this is a weapon. I think most of the ones that I remember are almost exclusively from Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, because that's the Legend of Zelda that I played the most. But there are a ton all over the place.
Okay.
This might be one that we might have to check on, because I'm certain that there are a lot of really obscure items and weapons in these games that I don't remember.
One can only hope.
Yes.
I think I went kind of pretentious with my items.
Good. That means we will have to cross out shit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I went pretentious with several of my items. I'm
Good.
saying that right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you
The Legend of Zelda games, where you play as not Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are confused about that who don't know anything about
And have been
games.
for a very long time.
Legend of Zelda, not on our top 5 video game franchises of all
Get that
time.
shit out of here.
There we go.
All right, everybody's ready. Jay, since this one was for you,
Thank you.
Start us off.
The Raft.
Okay.
The Ladder.
Okay.
The Red Ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Bottle.
Fuck.
You got the bottles in there?
Be specific.
Literally. No, I wasn't. The Bottle.
Okay.
What did you write?
I wrote empty bottle.
I will scratch mine out to scratch yours out.
Yeah.
All right. And then the pretentious one. The Master Sword, a.k.a. the Sword of Evil's Bane, a.k.a. the Sword to Seal the Darkness. Anybody?
No.
Okay. I had... Zelda's...
You took a chance.
Yeah.
You took
there
a
you go.
chance. That
Four
is
points.
4 points for Jay.
Okay.
Ethan.
I went with empty bottle. That's already scratched out. I then went fairy in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I then went fish in a bottle.
I think he has to scratch all 3 of those out. I think I've eliminated 3 of his
Those
things.
are technically separate items, though. You could have multiple.
My bottle does not suggest whether it is full or empty. I will leave it to the judge. Remember, you hate him.
I'll let you have it. Fuck it.
Okay. I then went with
It's not gonna matter.
Shut up.
ice arrow,
Ice arrow. Okay, that's a good one.
and then the classic boomerang.
Okay.
So
Okay.
That is 4.
4 for Ethan.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Never.
Okay.
Let's do it.
The sword from the original game.
Yeah, first.
I don't think it has. It is just a sword.
There are three. There's the wooden sword, the white sword, and the magical sword.
Okay. The Skyward Sword. Is that an actual item? Okay, cool.
Technically,
I haven't played that one.
The Skyward Sword is the Master Sword, the Sword of Evil's Bane, the Sword of the Seal of the Darkness.
Okay. I don't care.
If that is the case, then I have to go and cross this one out, and he has to cross that one out.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll do that.
Sure.
He has 3. All right.
Potion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The Skyward Shield.
I don't think you have the Hylian shield and you have the wooden shield, and there's one. I
There's
don't
like
think
the mirror shield.
I don't think there's
the
a
mirror shield.
I don't think there is a Skyward Shield.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm sorry. There's no actual Skyward Shield. There's a lot of shields in Legends of Zelda, but that is not one of them. So that leaves you with 3 points. Yeah, nobody put like the magic powder, the Rod of Seasons,
All
Harp
this,
of Time.
Yeah.
all of this sounds like drugs.
Yeah, these are all. Most of the Legends of Zeldas that I really played a whole lot were the ones that were on the Game Boy.
Yes. I love taking a fish in a bottle.
Yes,
That was a
My
great
favorite
one.
pastime.
Okay.
So we'll do one more. Let's see, which one of these do we want to do? Yeah, let's keep with the theme. Give me Nick Cage movies. These are movies that are starring and or have Nick Cage. We'll just say in them because I don't want to argue if this is too small of a role or too big of a role. Give me Nick Cage movies. Give them to me now. What is that in the bag? A shark or something?
The Wicker Man.
Just write that down 5 times.
If you write down Deep Blue Sea or The Wicker Man, I will take away.
He's not in Deep Blue Sea. No,
I will take away 50 points.
No, he's in. Well, no, you can't take away for the Wicker Man because he's in the Wicker Man. Now, Deep Blue Sea, yeah, just, no, he's not in that.
I am God in this. I will take away 50 points.
He's mad with power.
Yes. Maybe you should have never let me do this. So, yes. Nicholas Coppola, a.k.a. Nicolas Cage.
I went with things that are probably going to be on Jody's list.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And if you say Coppola, that sounds familiar. Yes, it's because he is the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to make his own name, and he really likes comic books, so he went with
If
Luke
we don't have
Cage.
crossover, Jay,
and
I'm
he
gonna be
really
very-
did.
Yeah.
He really made his own name.
Yes, yes, yes.
He did.
Okay. I'll use this.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to use that noise with Nick Cage being involved.
We're just
Depends
picking
on what
random.
movie you're
I
talking
kept
about.
doing
Yeah.
this one like over and over again. It was enough. There we go.
So, let's see who's going to start this one. Jody.
All right. Get ready to cross some shit out, Jay.
Yep.
Raising Arizona.
I did not.
Okay. Good one. Good
Vampire's Kiss.
Did not put that one on.
one.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Didn't do that one, but he is in that as a bit part.
Valley Girl.
Didn't do that one.
Face Off.
Didn't do that one.
I want to take his face.
And put it on my face.
So,
Okay, I got
Jody
5 points.
Got
There you
5
go.
points with that one.
I went with Cage the middle period.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay. So do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Okay.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Con Air.
Mm-hmm. Why couldn't you just put the bunny down?
Put the bun in. Like,
Okay, good.
your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Carla was the prom queen.
That was a subdued Nick Cage
That was-
performance.
Because the respect he had for
Yeah.
the man he was acting against. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
probably
Mason!
probably Michael Bay's best movie. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely the best where he was the director and Jerry Bruckheimer was producing it.
Yeah, yeah. Ethan, what you got?
I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Yep. Voice actor. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Candlestick Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. It was Matchstick Man.
Matchstick
Man.
Man.
Matchstick Man.
Matchstick Man. Okay.
Will you make him cross that one out?
Yes.
Remember, you hate
Okay,
him.
yeah. I have Ghost Rider.
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Fair enough.
Let him have his point back from the one he lost for that one.
Touche.
Wait. The Wicker Man.
Remember, you hate him.
Are you going to take away 50 points?
Give me the year and I'll give it to you.
You said it was 2006.
Okay, fuck.
Give the man an extra point for Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Give him a full 5 for that. That was good. That was very good.
Points. All right. Now,
Good deal.
So that leads us to the winner. Ethan, tell a dumb story and I might give you points while I add this up.
All right, you guys want a dumb story? All right.
He wants a dumb story.
All right, you want a dumb story. Okay. There was a time when I was a...
Okay, shut up. I didn't really need a dumb story because it's not really close.
I really wish instead you go, hey Ethan, what do you think about what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now? It doesn't matter what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now. I got to do the rock thing on him, so it was good. Very nice. I appreciate that. All right.
Yeah. J1, I don't really feel like adding up the points. I might do it later.
No. It was he stomped us.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, Jay, I'm afraid to ask, what the fuck are we doing next week?
Well, we have a plug to do before that. Remember, we're gonna do the plug. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the plug. Yeah. Yeah.
Another word from our sponsors?
And no, I'm not buying for time. I could go off of it right now. But
Ethan. Word from our sponsors before we hear what Jay is going to do.
Ladies, gentlemen, do you like whiskey? Do you like wrestling? Do you want to know what WWE has in store for Bray Wyatt? Do you want to know what the fuck is going on with Daniel Garcia? Well, tune in every Sunday for Whiskey and Wrestling. Our good friends Jason Holder and Michael Hill, they drink a whiskey of the week. They go into the week of
whole
wrestling.
whiskey.
Yeah, they're sloshed by the end of it.
They talk about wrestling for the week. They give their own opinions and takes
Drink
on
exactly one
things.
whiskey.
Again, that is Whiskey and Wrestling. Every Sunday. Give them a listen.
You might need to drink a whole whiskey watching AEW.
Yeah. They drink to numb the pain of AEW.
Always drink responsibly.
Yes.
Take a shot every time a match is ended in overbooking.
Yeah. Well,
You'd be dead before the first match.
yeah. If you take a shot for every minute that the women don't get any time.
Oh Jesus!
Just go to the hospital. Just go to the hospital. Just don't
Even you want alcohol poisoning because that's how you get alcohol poisoning.
Even with sips, the fifth would be
You're
gone.
not getting poisoned by alcohol. You're getting fermented in it. Fuck.
Call yourself Lemmy.
Oh man, AEW is not good right now. Please do better with your women's division. You have a lot of talent.
And you can listen to those opinions at Whiskey and Wrestling.
Always the consummate professional, Ethan. I almost didn't say that with a straight face. Jay, again.
Okay, no.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but what the fuck are we doing next week?
Oh, everybody's like, oh, Jay's the wild card. Jay's gonna be that. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a wild card. So I've been watching Peaky Blinders lately, and I've been in an RPG mood. So this is in the way back in the before with all. In the times long ago, and we had an idea for an episode in a show, and we never kind of had the logistics behind it. But I think now is the time for it. So in honor of my watching Peaky Blinders and my interest in doing RPGs and DMing, next episode 29 of Travelers on the Omnibus, we are going to do a one-shot Blades in the Dark. The crew is going to be criminals in a fantasy world where the bad guys won and they blew up the sun. And so now they have to extract the blood from whale demons in order to power shields to keep ghosts from possessing people in the city of Duskval. Eking out an existence where existence is itself eking out. You will play criminals in a Victorian era of fantasy RPG where you're going to figure out what crime you're going to commit and how you're going to commit that crime, and hopefully that crime goes well. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, next episode, you're the first ever, and maybe last ever, but we know, one-shot RPG episode from Travelers on the Omnibus, Blades in the Dark.
This is going to be kind of a live playthrough thing.
It's a live playthrough. That like for everybody, we're going to get most of the build-up done beforehand, and then we're just going to go straight into story when we get into it.
Yeah.
So, but there we go.
I agree. I agree with that.
This is interesting.
So we go. And I wanted to pick a system that had simplicity in rules and complexity in how you go about doing stuff. And I think
it's a very simple system.
Blades in the Dark,
Blades
which
in the Dark
is broken off as the Forged in the Dark system line, which also brought us Scum and Villainy and a bunch of other fantastic games. I think from Evil Hat Productions.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get this thing done, and I'm glad my victory today sealed the deal, baby. So there we go.
All right, good, pretty cool. Looking forward to it.
Sounds exciting.
I guess that leads me to the last word from our sponsor.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever in Goshen, Mississippi, you want some board games, some puzzles, some card games. You want to maybe stop by and join a D&D game, an Adventures League game, or maybe get some friends together and go, whatever RPG you like. Let's do that. If you want to play some Magic, if you want to play some Pokemon, if you want to play some Smash Brothers, board games, any kind of stuff like that, please come on down to McNarb Gaming in Goshen, Mississippi. The owner, Greg, has been so gracious, so kind as to give us this space to do this podcast that goes into your little ear holes. So thank you, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. This is usually where everybody thanks him.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
I want to put a little tag onto that right now. There's a drawing at the end of this month. It's a raffle. I think $10 in, $10. You might win the board game Classic Nemesis. Again, $10.
Classic to some.
Classic to some.
Shit to others.
And by others, me.
I'm not very fond of it either, but
however, by I believe Awaken Realms.
Awaken Realms.
Yeah, I will say, for what I don't like about the game, fantastic production.
Yes,
you're getting some quality miniature work in there. If you like the idea of like alt xenomorphs, that you've got that in spades and Nemesis. So
and it's an expensive game.
Oh yeah,
typically.
It's not a cheap game.
It's Nemesis, but there's also some secret product that you're also going to be getting as well.
Yeah, there's a secret thing that
I think it's $10 per raffle ticket to go in there. So
the end of this month is also the Halloween party. I believe it's the 28th. Whatever's the week.
The 29th.
29th. Saturday 29th.
Yeah, whatever the Saturday before
Halloween.
I'm trying to get a half day at work because I'll be bringing in Blood on the Clock Tower. Our good friend and current co-host of this podcast, Jody Kite, might be doing a movie dinner theater.
Whodunit,
a whodunit mystery. Ethan's got to work, so if I see him there, I'm calling our bosses and letting them know.
Yeah, he's gonna narc on you.
I want to narc.
Jay is my forever snitch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
forever.
You are his forever bitch.
Oh no!
No. I had to. It was there. It was low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Man, you stooped down to my level, Jody.
Damn.
What are we?
I'd expect that from Brady, but not from you.
I've known you longer.
Shit. So, for the travelers on the omnibus, is there anything else I'm supposed to do on this outro?
Do you want to talk more shit about your employer that I got to cut the fuck out of the goddamn episode?
Yeah, fuck you.
Censored.
God, I'll be glad when I find a new job.
I'm either going to cut that out or I'm going to edit it into something funny. Give me a couple days and I might be able to do the latter.
Fuck it, I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So, for the travelers, we're rolling into the station. Oh yeah, that's something else that we say.
Yeah.
We were actually rolling pretty smooth in that one, and then it's like, oh shit, there's the station, and then we just crashed into the motherfucker.
We thought we were doing good, and then that homeless man.
We crashed. I ain't got no fucking legs.
I'm Jody Kite.
Ethan, where's my fucking legs?
I don't know, Jay.
I'm Jason McCarthy. I got no fucking legs.
I'm Ethan
and
Skinner.
I'm Brady Davis. We'll in the meantime we'll look for Jay's legs. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Cool. Have it.
Oh, I found them.